I'm going to offer you a little test that you can take to figure out the truth. A lot of people will be surprised. And I'm going to take you to my favorite coffee shop, to the place where if you're in Ho Chi Minh City and you want a really good cup of Western style coffee, this is the place to go. I know surviving all too well, and thriving is more new to my life, although I would say not that new, because I started thriving when I moved to the Philippines. Moved to the Philippines back in 2018. Now, I will be completely transparent and tell you that that first year was a bit of a struggle. Definitely still in the surviving mode, not in the thriving mode. Eventually, I was able to support myself in the Philippines, and that was a really, really nice life. But now that I'm retired, I've been retired for over a year, life is a bit different. You might see some videos on my channel about me living for 250 USD per month, and that was definitely a great life. I was thriving on 250 a month lifestyle in the Philippines, no problem. But I decided close to the end of last year that I needed to kick myself in the butt and get out and enjoy more of what life had to offer besides the Philippines. So I took off for Thailand, and Thailand I only spent 5 days. That was just to get me out of the Philippines, get me out of my rut. I'd been there for 3 years straight, and I also needed to leave because you can only stay in the Philippines as an American tourist for 3 years with your visa extensions, and then you are required to do a border run. That means getting on a plane and going somewhere else. So my somewhere else was Thailand. I went there and I had a great time. In fact, when I returned, I immediately bought another ticket to Vietnam. I'd never been there, same as Thailand, I had never been there. When I went to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam for Christmas, I fell in love. Now, why did I fall in love with Ho Chi Minh City? You know, I am the type of guy that I love variety. If you give me a room to decorate, it's gonna be a mix match of a little bit of everything. And I would say that is Ho Chi Minh City. You can be walking down the street, bypassing the most expensive hotel, and the very next place is the cheapest hotel. This variety exists everywhere here in Ho Chi Minh City, and I love it so much. I've been back now 3 times, I believe, and I will, of course, have this on my travel agenda for probably forever. So I want to give you a good glimpse of Ho Chi Minh City here as I walk around. As you can see, it's quite the place, very nice. One of the things I love about Ho Chi Minh City is when you are walking around, you don't have to stop, unless, of course, you come to a traffic stop where there is traffic signal, but generally speaking, you won't run into traffic signals. You just get to an intersection and keep walking, go around the vehicles or motors. Be careful, of course, and they will go around you as well. It's a beautiful way that they travel here, and I absolutely love it. It's probably my biggest thing I love about Vietnam, besides the coffee culture. The coffee culture here, I've never seen anything like it. You can come here, go to a coffee shop, stay there for as long as you want. You don't have to get up and run because somebody's looking at you dirty for hanging out there. And as a writer, that's very important for me. I can spend about 4 hours per cup of coffee in a coffee shop. So I'm looking for that type of deal when I'm traveling, and Ho Chi Minh City offers that in abundance. And I really mean that. You can cross the street, there's a coffee shop. Cross the street again, there's a coffee shop. Coffee shops everywhere. And take your pick, you know? If you like a modern coffee shop, it's here. If you like Starbucks, that's here too. For me, I love the old style coffee shop. We've got nice furniture, traditional style coffee shop, or antique would be my favorite. The thing you have to watch for here when you go to a coffee shop is the air conditioning. Now you may feel when you walk into a coffee shop, the air conditioning is perfect. But then after you're sitting there for a while, you start to sweat and you're like, why am I sweating? The reason why you're sweating is because there's no air circulation in some of these places. So you can be sitting in a cold room. If there's no air circulation, you're going to start sweating. And it's a phenomenon that I still have trouble realizing, but I definitely do experience it here in some coffee shops, and they eventually get written off of my list, and I don't go to those places anymore because the last thing I want to do is be sitting in a coffee shop sweating, especially a cold one, right? That's crazy. So shop around, find yourself a nice coffee shop with good air circulation, and you are going to be very happy here in Ho Chi Minh City. That is, of course, if you are a person who loves coffee shops, which I absolutely am. So we were talking about thriving and surviving when we started this video. So let's get back to that. When we're talking about surviving and thriving, I think a lot of people, because they are so married to surviving, they call it thriving even though it's not. So how can you tell the difference between whether you're surviving or thriving? It's quite simple, actually. Let me give you a little test. You can test yourself. Imagine that you have all the money in the world. Okay. Forget about the luxury yachts and the mansions and all of that. You have all the money in the world and you can do whatever you want to do. However, you are a very frugal person. So you are not the type to go buy that mansion, that new Mercedes-Benz, or anything of the like. You're really just the type that is going to go out and enjoy life in a very normal way and do whatever you want to do. Got it? To thrive, you have to create the life that you really want to be living. So anyway, that's where I'm going to drop this. Get your pen and paper out. Write yourself down what you would be doing if you had all the money in the world to do it. But we're not going out spending all of your money, but rather just living the life that you really want to live. And here you are, Code Black. Code Black Coffee, Ho Chi Minh City. Open Monday through Sunday, 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Isn't this cute? So you can sit outside here. Let's take a look in here. So they have nice desserts here. But the coffee is delish. There's their menu. And they also accept credit cards. Nice little sitting area. There's usually not too many people here, and that's because there's so many coffee shops here in Ho Chi Minh City. You have outlets there at the tables. Easy to hang out on your computer here. So pretty cool. All right, friends, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this little walkabout here in Ho Chi Minh City. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.